Hi, Internet. It's time for Manifestation Bathtub. Woo! Look, I can control the rain. That's cool. So, our weekly show about manifestation and law of attraction, live from our bathtub in San Diego, California. What do we have in our bath today? Let's see.
We've got my feet.
We've got some rose and peony bath salts. Let's see if I can open this one-handed.
From Marshall's. How do you
Here,
say it?
open this. Marshall's.
Hold on, let me share this. So if you guys are watching right now, get on and share this video with your people.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today, honey?
Oh, here we go. Here comes the salts. They're beautiful. Look at those flower petals. They stain our bathtub a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's good. Hi, Ryan.
So if you are currently watching, tag a friend, share this out, bring in some magic, bring in some people to bring in magic into their life. Life. So all you do is just hit the share button, and you can write a post that says, "These are my awesome friends who get naked every Monday in the bathtub."
Yes.
And they talk about how to make your life magical.
Hey, Steve. All right.
All right. So I'm just sharing out here right now.
Welcome to the bathroom. This is our bathroom. You are in the bathroom with the volcanoes. All right. So, guys, let's just make sure we can't see anybody's genitals here.
No Jennies.
I don't know why it's like crooked for some reason today. Let me see if I can fix that. It's just annoying, isn't it? All right.
Alrighty.
So, what we're talking about today?
I'm sharing this in a group called "Can I Put This in My Butt?" There are so many groups on Facebook. I'm going to share this in a group called Yoga Teacher Marketing.
Okay. All right. Let's get on with it now.
Share it.
So today we're talking about what to do if you're not 100% in alignment with something, with a decision you're about to make.
So, what is 100% alignment, guys?
Yeah. So what does it feel like when you know something is 100% fuck yes, or 100% soul yes, whatever you want to say? How does that feel to you when you know that in your life? Like
something is like, yes, I have to do this.
Many of us have made like quick, life-changing decisions in the blink of an eye that were absolutely 100% the best thing that we could have done. So what are some of those things that you've done in that way?
Where it's like everything comes together and you just know that this is what you need to do. You get giddy. There's sometimes this like surge of power and just this utter knowing inside of you.
Yeah, or like a really big burst of energy, like all of a sudden, like you feel like you had a rain cloud above your head and now the sun is coming out and nothing can go wrong, and you're like, yes, this is the thing for me, and you know it is, and then you do it and it is, right? But how many people out there, how many of you have experienced the opposite thing, where maybe you made a really fast decision about something and then you leapt into it and then you realize, oh shit, I wasn't quite ready for that.
Or you're like, yeah, this feels really, really good, and I'm not sure. Or like, I kind of want to do it, and I'm kind of afraid. I kind of want to do it, and I'm kind of afraid. So what we're going to teach you today is how to get rid of those fears and get rid of that lack of clarity.
Yeah. This is really cool.
And how to control the rain. That's what we're going to teach you.
Yeah. Hi here. How are you?
I'll try. How do you do it?
I don't know. I guess my hand
Hold
is
hand.
magic. All right. So you ready?
Yeah.
So here's what it comes down to. Basically, if you're about to do something that's going to change your life, if you're about to make a big decision and you're feeling pressured, or you're feeling fear, or you're feeling like there's something not quite right about it, and you can't really put your finger on it. Scarcity.
Also, like if your old programming is starting to surface, and you know, oftentimes old programming is like, I always start to blame everybody else for why things aren't working. Or what's some old programming that could surface when you're about to make a big decision?
My mom and dad said I shouldn't do this. Or my best friend, actually somebody just texted me the other night, this person I kind of know a little bit, and they said this is a really bad idea. Or my uncle had a bad experience with this one time, and so therefore everyone else will probably have a bad experience with this too, and I probably shouldn't do it.
So really, alignment is about...
I need to move the camera down a little bit, because we're right on the verge of showing your genitals.
People like that.
Do they?
Type it if you.
Yeah. What do you guys watch this show for? Do you watch this so you can possibly catch a glimpse of our private parts, or do you watch it to learn about manifestation?
Do you like that?
Either way, it's fine. All right. So basically, what we're trying to say here is that a lot of people think that manifestation is this magical process where you visualize what you want, and then it comes to you. What?
Ryan writes duh, and Helena writes no.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people think manifestation is this thing where you visualize what you want and then it magically comes to you, right? That's not always how it works. And so sometimes what happens is you'll make your vision board, and then you'll say yes to everything. You'll say yes to everything, and you'll be like, "That's my thing. I'm gonna say yes to everything." And then a couple months go by, and you realize you're so off track from your vision because you said yes to everything. And now all of a sudden you've got 12 new hobbies and all these new friends and all these new things you've signed up for, but your vision is still way over here.
And a lot of the times, if you're saying yes to everything, there's more information coming from that. It's are you saying yes to everything out of fear of people not liking you? Are you saying yes to everything out of desperation? Are you saying yes to everything because you're afraid it won't happen? Are you saying yes to everything out of scarcity? And so when you're in true alignment and you get a 100% fuck yes, it is because there's no scarcity, there's no fear, there's no doubt, there's no worry, there's no fear of what other people will think of you. What are other things that would get in the way? There's no projection, there's no blame. You're just allowed to be your most powerful, fully aligned self because your vibration of being your best is aligning with the best thing coming to you. Mm-hmm. So if you're about to make a decision and you have split energy, it's A, because you're not being your best and you're not being in your full power, and B, because whatever is coming to you may be matching that.
Exactly.
So how you clean that up?
Yeah, how you clean that up. So this is the thing about law of attraction. This is the thing about manifestation is every subject is really two subjects. It's the subject and it's the lack of that subject, right? So if you're always thinking about how much do you want more money, right? So for instance, people who want to manifest more money in their lives, they think about how much money they really want, but what they're really thinking about is the pain that comes with the lack of not having that money. What they're going to draw towards them is more of that lack. So more things that reflect that vibration of lack and scarcity.
I want this, I don't want this. Mm-hmm. And if you make a decision from I don't want this, guess what direction you're going in? More of that. Mm-hmm. If you make a decision from I want this, and you can diminish your fears, your doubt, your worries, your blame, your scarcity, and all of that stuff, and you can really amplify the I want this, what you want will start to be attracted to you.
Yeah. And so if you're in a place of again, fear, scarcity, doubt, blame, feeling like pressured, right? Defensive. Take a moment and slow down. Slow down and give yourself time to be present with what you're feeling right now without thinking about what everybody else is feeling or what everyone else's opinions are about the decision you're about to make. And just check in with what you feel. That's the most important thing. And Abraham Hicks talks about this all the time, is that we all have our own internal guidance system, like our own GPS, right? We all have our own GPS system inside of us. It's our gut, our intuition, whatever you want to call it, our connection to our spirit. And that is always trying to guide us. It's always trying to help us make these decisions. If you are so wrapped up in what everybody else is telling you about the decision you're about to make, you won't be able to hear your own thoughts or check in with your own GPS, with your own internal compass.
And so you really just have to sift and sort through your emotions. And what I do is I sit down and get into self-care and I get quiet and I start to listen in to my feelings. And when the negative feelings come up, I let them come and then I sort them out and I reconnect with my vision. I reconnect with what I want. But most importantly, when I don't know what I want and I'm getting all jumbled up in feelings and everything's getting twisted, I connect with how I want to feel first.
Exactly.
And so what you can do is you can just start closing your eyes and say, I connect to peace, I connect to love, I connect to abundance. And you just find little nuggets of things that help you connect to that within your imagination.
Yeah.
And slowly start to lower the resistance. What are some things that you connect to when you're all jumbled up and you need to focus?
I honestly, the first thing I do is I connect back to my body. So my body and my breath. So I get grounded. I plant both my feet in the ground, bend my knees slightly, and start breathing into my belly. And I basically, if I close my eyes and essentially just meditate is what it's about. It's about meditating. I will be able to see like a visual picture of what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, so it's really just about focusing on feeling. And you have to slow down to do that. Because when you're going at 1,000,000 miles a minute, you're not going to be able to see like, oh, I'm feeling this and that and that and that and that and that. You won't really know which direction to go. But if you slow down, connect to feeling, your feelings will guide you to the right decision if you allow yourself to feel good. Your feelings will guide you to the wrong decision if you are feeling afraid.
Yep.
It boils down to that.
Yeah.
And so if you are hovering upon a decision right now and you are afraid, you are going to go in the direction that creates more of what you're afraid of. It's simple as that. If you're hovering upon a decision right now and you feel fucking good, 95 to 98% good, that will guide you. As long as you continue to focus and stay in that feeling, that will guide you towards more of what you want.
Yeah, and remember guys that when you make big decisions in your life, it's normal to feel a little bit of fear. It's normal to feel a little bit of apprehension or doubt, right? There's always a little bit of that goes into big life decisions, and that's okay.
And sometimes that's a guiding thing. It's a guiding thing to slow down and get into feeling 100% good. Slow down and get into your power. Slow down and get into your faith. Or it's like, slow down and get more information.
Yeah, that's true too. Getting more information for sure. Interesting.
Yeah, because sometimes if you just cannot connect and feel 100% fuck yes, then you just gotta ask a question like, what more do I need to know? Where else can I, like, who can I ask about this? Who can support me? And what I want to empower you guys to do on making a decision is make 100% yes or 100% no.
Yeah.
And if you're on the verge of making a decision, slow down and really turn inward so that you can get to that 100% place. Or that 98, 95, 89.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, and then again, just remember that not all decisions have to be made slowly. Sometimes, like we've quoted our coach Nick Unsworth a bunch of times, he has a quote where he says, make a decision and make it right, right? Oftentimes, the most important thing that you can do is actually just make a decision, because so many of us suffer from indecision and then we don't take any action because we're so indecisive. And so sometimes making the decision is the best thing for you to do, and then figuring out how to align yourself with that and make it right afterwards. Is sometimes that's the best thing too, you know? So not all decisions have to be slow. However, if you're thinking about one right now and you're in that indecisive state, you're just so torn between the two things and you're feeling fear or scarcity, just take a moment, connect to yourself, whatever that means, going out in nature, breathing, meditating, and cut cords with what anybody else is trying to make you think. and just really connect to what you're thinking
and what
internally
you want.
and what you're feeling internally.
And what is right for you.
Oh, Lola said something about Abraham. Let's see what she says. Lola said, from Abraham the other day, they said, live like you made decision A for a few days, see how that feels, and we did the same for the decision B. That's great. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Paulette. So yeah, that's a really good quote. Exactly. So that's another great example of slowing down and really giving yourself the time to check in with your feelings is like Lola said, and this is something that coaches help you do too, is figure out what would it be like if you made decision A, and what would your life be like if you made decision B. And so as a coach, I do this with people all the time. I walk them down the timeline. I say, okay, if you make this decision,
from now,
right,
10 months from now,
5 years from now, right? So if you make this decision, how are you going to feel about it when you're 80 years old and you're sitting in a rocking chair and you're telling your grandkids about it, right? If you don't make this decision, how are you going to feel when you're 80 years old sitting in a rocking chair telling your telling your grandchildren about it, right? So that's another really great way of figuring out what your true feelings are around something and making the right decision.
Yeah, and whatever you guys believe will happen, will happen. Whatever you believe at your core is eventually going to happen, will eventually happen. So that's why sometimes slowing down and checking your beliefs and aligning them to be 100% and getting rid of all fear and doubt, or most of the fear and doubt, at least the fear and doubt that doesn't serve you, getting rid of that helps you get where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Some fear and doubt is fun because, let's be honest, a lot of us like the excitement.
I like the drama.
We like the drama.
It's true.
And a lot of us won't make a decision if they know their life is just going to be fucking easy for the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you have this unconscious habit of wanting to ride on the edge.
Interesting. So guys, what is that big decision that you're thinking about making out there? Or maybe you just made a big decision. We know we got Lola watching right now. We've got some of our coaches watching right now. So some of you guys made a big decision just recently or just a few months ago to become a life coach with us, which was amazing.
Super cool.
And you guys have been exploring your own power of decision making already, and so you're already familiar with some of these ideas. But I'd love to know, like, if there's anybody else out there watching, you know, like how has this come up for you recently, and how will this video help you be able to make that big decision? So take that time out, sit down with yourself, meditate, and then let us know about it.
It's funny, so Billy Sue says, I need challenge to help me grow. So yeah, that's totally exhibiting exactly what we were just saying. It's like, sometimes you know what you need and you know what you like. Billy Sue likes a challenge. You'll sign up for things that will give you a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. And so anyway, guys, getting in alignment about your decisions, making a decision and then making it right, tapping into your own internal GPS.
Figure out exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm. And just know that if it's not 100% fuck yes, it's a no for now. So just take that with you and sit with it, and then let us know next week what kind of decision you made this week. We're interested to hear.
Yes.
All right,
guys.
Bye, guys.